Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, so today's video, listen, I've been getting a lot of questions about this, and this has been like in the GTA world news cycle. Is GTA 5 going to get banned? Alright. Some of you may have heard about this. For those that don't, let me give you some context. So, a state representative out of Chicago, Marcus Evans Jr., has put out a bill. It's a bill, HB 3531. Basically, let me just read a little bit of what it's about. It's a amendment from a 2012 ruling that basically states that it will ban the sale of violent video games that allow you to control a character within the video game that is encouraged to perpetuate human on human violence in which the player kills or otherwise causes serious physical or psychological harm to another human or an animal. Okay? Listen. So, this is not the first time that this has happened with GTA. I'm an OG, triple OG. I remember back in the day when GTA 3 came out and you were able to like pop people's heads off when you sniped them. Tipper Gore, the vice president's wife, led this huge campaign. I'm not sure if she was the vice president's wife at the time. I'm not sure if Gore. It's been a long time. All right. Anyways, though, she was high up in political office and led this huge campaign, and some stuff got done. And listen, I fully agree. I don't think that I think that parents are the ones that need to be paying attention to what their kids are doing. Okay. If I'm an adult and I have a child and he's 5 years old, I'm not buying him Grand Theft Auto. Okay, you know what I mean? Like I recommended for my nephew to not get the game until he was like 14 or 15. There's this certain. It's the same thing. You wouldn't let your little kids watch bad movies, scary movies, nudity. That's proper parenting. You have to allow a child to be a child. Okay. But if I'm 16, 17, 18, I am exposed to worse things in a video game already, for one, okay? And the reason why this representative is pushing this bill is because there is a uptick in carjackings in Chicago, the city that he represents, all right? If you are unfamiliar with American cities or American politics, Chicago has always been a violent city, always. It's nicknamed Chirac, okay? Chirac, Chi-Town, Chicago, Chi-Town. It's been called Chirac for years now because it has a high death, very high gang activity. I used to live in the north side a long, long time ago. I was just a little kid way back in the day, but I even knew back then it was rough, okay? So listen, this is nothing new. This is not new. And again, it goes back to just lawmakers that are up for re-election trying, and this is, GTA is an 8-year-old game. Where were you back in 2017 when there was an uptick? In 2016, where were you when, all the murders were going on, and it was like, there was like 30 or 40 people that died in the suburbs of Chicago in literally 24 hours. Right? Are you blaming a video game for this? Where were you at with all your big tough talk then? This is the stupidest and the most outdated and basic thing that you can do. If you actually want to go by facts and what video games do, it has been scientifically proven that video games give people a release and prevent them from acting out aggressive acts and behavior. That you can look. I don't have to put these stats out there. They're already there. I know what I'm talking about. I've done my research on this. You go do the looking up for yourself. The proper steps have already been taken. Just like you have, ratings for movies, you have rated R, this and that, right? It's the same for video games. Okay, I am not going to just, if I am raising children, you have to take responsibility in that. You have to, if you choose to bring a life into the world, hello, you are now responsible for bringing this life up and teaching morals and the right thing to do, okay? You cannot bring a child into the world and then just use video games as a babysitter. And that's what a lot of these parents are doing. I know it. I see it every day, right? You get these lobbies and there's little ass kids in there, and I guarantee you their parents are out, smoking meth or whatever, you know what I mean? And they just put their kids, yeah, go play your game, right? Go play your game. You go to stores and things like that, and you see, a little kid with like a freaking iPad in his face just to keep the kid, just to shut him up. Shut. No, I don't want this kid crying. No, it embarrasses me if my kid cries. Hey, newsflash: we're human beings. It's okay. I hate it if I'm on an airplane or if I'm in a store and some kid is, wailing and crying. I get that. But this is part of parenting. You have to say, hey, little Susie, hey, little Billy, shh, you gotta be quiet now. Quiet, stop it. It's okay to discipline your child, even in public, if they're acting wild. It's okay to give them a little pat on the booty, a little spanking. Hey, chill out. You're in public. That's not how we act in public. It's okay to do that. All right? And if anybody, you can't be beating your kid. Of course, let's be real here. But it is okay to be a parent. Now, I know we've all seen videos where people freak out. Oh my God, you're abusing your child. Shut up. Shut up. That's the reason why we have, a society and culture that is like this. When I was growing up, I didn't fear God. I feared my mother and my father. I feared that belt, right? I knew when I was going to a store, I got the talk in the car before if you even touch a toy, if you ask me for anything, you know what I mean? And then you have that fear, and then what does mom and dad do? Hey, they'll surprise you with like a little GI Joe. They picked up, that's how they do it, right? Hey, you were a good boy. Let me go ahead and get you that toy. That's what it's all about. Give me that good behavior, you'll get a reward. It's not here, shove this in your face and shut up so I don't get embarrassed because mommy's out here trying to look for a new dad. That's just terrible. It's not how it works. Okay? But that's what it's evolving into. And I promise you, people will be pissed off at what I'm saying. I don't give a shit. This is what it is. Okay? You guys know who I am. You know what I'm all about. And don't get it twisted, right? I don't agree with anything about people saying a video game influences you to this, but I am keeping it real. There are people out there that are influenced by forms of media. They're influenced by video games. They're influenced by movies. They're influenced by musicians and music. Okay, there has been cases in history that have proven this. I know that, but we're talking about a very, very small percentage. Because I said this on stream the other night. Humans are like anything else. We're mass produced, right? We're mass produced. And there are going to be a few bad apples that come out of the assembly line. That is just all. There's no magic to it. There's no explanation. That's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. Every now and again, you get a bad apple that comes out with some wires crossed, that doesn't understand the simple and basic fundamental thing that most everybody that's born with is just simple morals of right and wrong. All humans know it's not right to do certain things. You just know, it's just ingrained in you, right? It's just ingrained in you. But we have certain sections of our society, in our culture, where, listen, man, it's a real struggle out there. You hear things on the news, this and that. You're like, oh, these people, how could they live like this? These animals. Listen, you don't even know. You don't even know until you walk a few steps in there. You don't know. You don't know nothing. So you can judge all you want, but you ain't not a know nothing about it. All right? You really don't. Every city and all across the world has these pockets of it's crazy, man. It's where people have to live very, very rough. You don't know. And I promise you, if people are out here committing these kind of crimes and have mental illness and things like that, ain't no video game, doing one thing. You think a video game's gonna go make you go rob a gas station or steal a car? Okay, go play GTA for a few hours and then go do that. Tell me how it is. Tell me how it is. Tell me how that works out for you. Tell me how easy it is to be. It's not, okay? It's not how it works. If GTA teaches you anything, it's if you do commit a crime, the cops will be on you like white on rice and you're done. They're coming at you 1 star, 2 star, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars, and they're not going to stop until you're dead, okay? It's kind of the way it is in real life, right? So don't sit here with that bullshit and tell me that a video game is what's causing all this. Now, are there a few people out there that get influenced? Yeah, but there's also a few people that get influenced by, like I said, movies and music and, individuals with, certain, speeches and political figures. So do we start banning all this? Right? Do we start, and if this ban does go through, like I said, crazier things have happened. If this ban goes through, it's not just GTA it's affected. It's Red Dead. It's Call of Duty. It's, Battlefield. It's every game that, we all enjoy and have a good time with. This is what it is. You have a kid, and there's something that comes out. It's a rated R movie. Sorry, you can't see it till you're 18. You're 17. A video game comes out. It's got a parental advisory. Sorry, you can't play it. Go play Fall Guys. Go play Minecraft. Go play. Oh, and let me give you a little heads up. Fall Guys and Minecraft and Roblox. You think that shit breeds any less toxicity? No. And guess what? Studies are coming out. You got child freaking predators hunting kids on these games. Right? What's, shit. That's more upsetting than little Jimmy over here holding up the corner store and, going to the Vanilla Unicorn. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This happens all the time. People get, all wound up, but they ignore the real problems. Your city has real issues. There's real poverty. There's real suffering. There's real desperation. And instead of, doing the hard thing, doing the real work, and having to spend the real money, and actually having your career threatened because you're making real change and you're not, just going to fold and go into the pockets of the people who pay for your campaign and shit like that. When you do the real people's work, the hard work, then real change comes. And you start to see real influence. When people know that they have someone that cares for them and helps them. Listen, it doesn't matter if if you believe whatever political, we all need help. Everybody needs help at some time. All right? And when you just forget about these people, all right, hey, that's just the way it is. That's how they're going to live. You don't do the hard work. It's easy to just be, oh, it's a video game's fault. It's the rap music. It's the rock and roll, right? Nowadays it's the rap music. Back in it was the rock and roll, right? You know what I mean? It's easy to do that and to stir up your ignorant base to save to keep your job, right? That's the easy way out. Oh, Ewo, right? So, and let me be crystal clear on this, okay? I'm not making any excuses for anybody. I do firmly believe that we do deserve to get a second chance if we've committed a crime, if that crime warrants a second chance. There are some things that people do that are just inexcusable. And I am a firm believer in things like the death penalty. Absolutely. Absolutely. At the core of a lot of things. Hey, you've heard it said before, right? An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, right? But I do think that for some things people can come back from, and I do think that there's certain things that people do, there is no coming back. You have forfeited your right to participate in society, or in some cases, to be a part of this world. I do believe that. All right, but I'm not going to be, someone who just doesn't think that we can change and get better and be better. I refuse to believe that. That's just stupid. Do I think GTA is going to get banned? I really don't think so. It's a multi-billion-dollar juggernaut, right? There's too many jobs that would be lost. It would affect the gaming industry is bigger than the movie and music industry combined. If this thing went through, they could probably maybe add some stricter guidelines or rules if stores, maybe more harsh fines on parents or stores that sell this to underage, which I think is probably reasonable. I think that's reasonable, right? Am I ignoring the fact that are people actually, sure, people do get influenced by this stuff, absolutely, but is it really the cause of what's going on in Chicago? Is it really the reason why? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Nah. People out here are struggling. They're suffering. And they're wilding out. They have no leadership. They have no guidance. You know what I mean? That's what the real problem is. Anyways, that's my rant on it. Thank you guys for coming out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. All right. Subscribe, turn on notifications, smash that like button. See you in the next one. All right. Peace out. Yeah.